All right, welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Now, look, I told you guys when I'm editing or whatever, it's a lot of shows, a lot of things that I watch. I watch Love is Blind. I watch Love Island. Sometimes I watch Temptation Island. I just start binge watching The Wire. But I will say this, man. It be sometimes it's kind of tough trying to decipher what's real and what's not. Sometimes the way the shows be, the way they edit the shows, it seems like a lot of stuff be missing and don't make sense. That's why I like when the reunions come out, because that's when everybody kind of tells what really was going on behind the scene. And I have to keep reminding myself that, when you watch these shows, like, these people are extremely young. I'm 45 years old. So when you watch a show like Love Island, man, most of the people are like, from the ages of like 22 to 28, maybe. It just be trying to, I don't know, but you just don't know what's genuine. You don't know if people are going on there for clout, because some of the relationships, like, I'm trying to think from the show Love Island, who's actually still together. Like, who's still together? I watched that show, The Circle. The other one, what is it called? Too Hot to Handle. The Perfect Match. You just don't know. It's like, sometimes it seems like people are trying to go viral so they can get invited on other shows. I don't know. But we're going to check this video out here. Sorry for the long intro. I just had to get that off my chest. But it says, Love Island's ace exposes Nick and Alondra's fake relationship. And then they're talking about, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to watch the second part of this video. But you guys comment below what you guys think about their relationship, man. Y'all know how it was when they both got sent home and then they came back. So we ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I know some of y'all are tired of the reality show Love Island, but I do want to briefly talk a little bit about it because one of the...
I forgot to mention, I will say that this season has been the worst by far, I think. It just seemed like a lot of unnecessary forced drama. And the whole thing with Alandria and what how people put her face on George Floyd's face, and then you have Huda and everybody be talking about, like, her, all the people who support her, they be getting crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. But again, you got to remember, because I know it's a lot of young people who watch this show, but, like, for the people who are, like, in their 30s and 40s who may watch, we got to remember how young they are.
Castmates named Ace came out and insinuated that most of the Love Island couples are fake, including the fan favorites Nick and Olandria.
Do you think that the other relationships that have come from Love Island are real?
Yeah, Taylor and Clark. I know that's for sure real.
And the other ones, not so much, or? Do you think people are aware of the benefits to being in a relationship coming out of
100%?
Do you feel like Olandria and Nick's relationship is real?
Oh, that silence is loud.
Is this you thinking, or is this your answer? I'm going to assume that that's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that tough for you because Olandria is someone that you consider to be a close friend?
Yeah, it really is tough for me because again, she just came out here for Shelly's birthday, and we all spent a time together at the club, and we all kicking and shit like that. So I have a lot of respect for Olandria, but again, from the last conversation that I've had with Nick, it was a matter of it's not a romantic spark. They just, you know what I'm saying? They find each other attractive.
Was it Olandria, maybe, that didn't see Nick romantically, or was it Nick that didn't see her romantically?
I feel like it was both. Like, I felt like Olandria has been very adamant on telling me what her type is. And I know the same thing about.
And I will say, watching their relationship dynamic, it did seem like, I don't know if force is the word, but it looked like they were trying to make it work versus just letting it happen naturally. It was like, because y'all know, if y'all watch the show, how they got sent home, and then it was like, look, let's come back. They were given the option to either go home or come back in as a couple. And they were trying to find that spark, but I don't think it could like happen naturally. You can be attracted to someone and not want to actually be with that person, so I don't know. I just don't know, like, behind the scenes, that the producers were like, do this, do that, try this, try that, but I don't know, man. I feel like this season was by far the worst, man. A lot of it didn't just seem like genuine, man, at all.
Nick, I know Nick finds Olandria attractive. I know he finds her gorgeous, but she is. Like, don't get me wrong, Olandria is fire, but I know it wasn't that anymore than, when it was surface level. Because again, Nick had tested that connection. He said it wasn't enough for him, and he went back to Sierra. And then boom, again, Sierra gets axed, and now that's
He's
the thing.
back with Olandria.
Yeah.
So had Nick ever explicitly told you, yo, I'm interested in Olandria romantically?
No.
Now, a lot of people were upset with Ace for saying this because he's supposed to be cool with Nick and Olandria. He's actually friends with Olandria. His girlfriend Shelly and Olandria are really tight. So Ace didn't do Olandria any favors when he said this. And this only adds fuel to the rumors that may.
I mean, but wouldn't you want to know? I feel like anybody would want to know, because you don't want to be wasting your time. So it's one thing to be talking to someone with the potential of things moving forward. But if you already like don't see it, like I don't see, like you say, man, you know what? She's cool. She's very attractive. She's dope, but I don't really see nothing happening like relationship wise. It's like saying, I think we will be good physically, like, there's some sexual tension there, but as far as us dating and being together, I don't see it. Wouldn't you want to know? Anybody, male or female, you would want to know that. So by him openly saying that, I mean, now maybe Olandria could ask Nick, like, yo, is this true? Do you not feel nothing? Unless he already said, and that's what I'm saying. Like, are they holding hands for the camera?
Nick and Olandria are using each other for clout. Now, listen, I'm not here to say if the rumors are true or not. I do know that a lot of these couples on Love Island are fake, and they're only together for opportunities, brand deals, and just overall popularity. They're not there for love. They're not there to stay together. I mean, if you look at the actual winners of the show, Amaya and Brian, they broke up after the show.
Yeah.
Also, another couple, Iris and Pepe, broke up too. So clearly they weren't there for love. They were just holding on to each other because they wanted to make it to the end. Now, as far as Nick and Olandria goes, I do think they have an attraction to each other, but it is believable that they are using their relationship for business purposes, and I'm not mad at it. I think maybe they understand that. And listen, let them make their money. I mean, they're still a new couple, so we can't expect anything serious from them right away. Like, if they plan on being together in the long run, I think they should be given time to at least grow into a relationship instead of putting all this pressure on them. And if they don't plan on being together, that's fine too. I mean, I want Olandria to win regardless. I want her to get to the bag. And if Ace considers her a friend of his, then he should want her to win too, instead of trying to blow up her whole spot. But Ace feels a way about Nick because he feels like Nick didn't really speak up enough to dispel some of the narratives about him, and he considered Nick somebody that he was cool with. So he feels a way about that, and he just feels a way about the show overall. Like, he's exposing production and some of the behind the scenes drama because things didn't really turn out favorably for him and Shelly, and the production team was just shady. I mean, the way they left things out and the way they painted certain narratives, it was just real shady. And not to mention, the fan bases were toxic, especially Huda's fans. Ugh. They were racially bullying Shelly and Olandria. I mean, it was just a mess. So there was a lot that happened, and I don't blame Ace for exposing everything, but him speaking out at the expense of Olandria is just not right. It kind of makes it seem like he's jealous at the success of Nick Olandria. So I'm not feeling that. Like, let these people make their money and hush. He really does need to hush a little bit, because he's not only affecting Olandria's situation, but he's also affecting Shelly. And to be honest, I don't even know if their relationship is going to last much longer after this interview, because they're just going to get more backlash, you know? Now, Olandria did seemingly respond to his interview, and she said, "Ciao, anyway, my event at Tuskegee went amazing yesterday." So she does seem unfazed, and, you know, she's winning, she's thriving like she should, you know? Now, moving on, I want to talk about Tamar Braxton.
Okay. So let me just say this, because I'm going to check out some of the comments too. I'm going to just say this. You know, I feel like if you're older and you've like really been through some life experiences, because I feel like if you're like me and my wife been together going on now what 20 some years. So my whole thing is this: I feel like when you're older and you done been through some things in life, you have a problem with fakeness. You know what I mean? You're not gullible. You can see right through the BS. When you're younger and you're still developing your identity, trying to find out who you are, you watch a video like this and you get mad at Ace. You get upset. It's like, dang, this and this. It's like you almost want the fakeness to continue. It doesn't bother you as much. And that's a problem. It truly is. You know, this is a show like it's like reality, but the way they set it up is to make you believe like these are real feelings getting involved. Like, people get emotional, they be crying. Then you have America chime in and they have to vote this and that. You get invested into these different people, these characters. You know, it's team this, team that, team this, team that. And then, you know, all these people you be rooting for, show's over, everybody break up. But then you look, everybody's verified, they got the blue check, they're doing these appearances, I seen there was a line to meet Huda, like that went way around the corner. And in my head, I'm just, and see, when you say this stuff, it makes people be like, oh, you just a hater. But like, this is what the show does. There was like a meet and greet with Huda and the line was around the corner. And in my head, I'm just thinking to myself, like, from what we seen on the show and even on the reunion, and then you see how everybody was saying, like, she seemed very, very, very toxic. Very toxic. But you got this line around the corner to meet her. In my head, I got to keep saying they're young. People, I think she's only like 24 years old. I forget. But I say all that to say this. I'm glad I ain't got a date no more. But these shows, the drama sells, controversy sells. That's what the whole point of it is. So what they're saying is like, if Orlandria and Nick got this fake relationship, let them go hold hands at these events and show up so people can, you know. But at the end of the day, it's called Love Island, and then everybody break up, you know. I remember they were talking about Pepe because they were like, man, this dude is smashing all of these chicks. Hey, I mean, these chicks are giving it up to him, you know, and then they break up. Everybody split. So, I mean, you got to think about the conversations that they be having when the cameras are off. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of them, you be like, look, let's try to win this show. You know, we can put it on for the camera. Like, come on, man. It's obvious now. But just remember, if you find yourself getting upset when you watching these shows, just remember how young they are and remember how old you are. Let me look at some of these comments, man. One says, clearly Ace isn't a real friend. If they're faking it for clout, that's their business, and he had no business exposing them. You see what I'm saying? Read this again. Clearly Ace isn't her friend. If they're faking it for clout, that's their business. It's like people are okay with the fakeness. I'm saying that's where we're at. People are okay with that. You know, people don't want to see genuine, real love. They want it to be toxic. You know, that's the first comment there. I think a real friend would be looking out for you. You know, and I think he was saying it like, I don't think the relationship is real. Now, if she's okay with that, that's another thing. If Orlandria is okay with it and she didn't run that by Ace, like I know there's nothing there, but we gonna get this money, you know. I don't know. But, you know, I give it like 6 months and none of them will probably be together no more. And it's going to be like a headline, you know. But it is what it is, man. But I do not like the fakeness. I don't like to get involved. I don't follow none of these people. You know, you watch the show. It can be entertaining, you know. I wish they wouldn't have took out TV night, movie night. That was fun. That's when you yeah, but hey, appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.